Now we will derive or simplify the equation based on the CD value. Earlier we discussed that the CD is related to Reynolds number R. So where R is between 0.5 to 10 to the power 3. When R is 0.5 to 10 to the power 3, CD is equal to 24 by R plus 3 by root R plus 0.34. So that is applicable to the transition flow. When transition flow condition prevails, the CD is equal to 24 by R plus 3 by root R plus 0.34. And then when R is greater than 10 to the power 3, that means when R is greater than 10 to the power 3 and it is up to 10 to the power 4, that is turbulent flow, and CD is equal to 0.4. And when R is less than 0.5, CD is equal to 24 by R, and again that is the laminar flow condition, is it? So in the laminar flow condition, CD is equal to 24 by R and the R value is less than 0.5. And in the case of turbulent flow, it is CD is equal to 0.4. Now coming to the equation again. Now what is R? The Reynolds number R is given by rho, that is the mass density of water, then Vs, the settling velocity, and D, the diameter of the particle, and mu. What is mu? The viscosity. Is it the absolute viscosity of the water? So now when CD is equal to 0.4, means that is the turbulent flow condition. Is it turbulent flow condition? The earlier equation we derived that Vs, the settling velocity, equals 4 by root of 4 by 3 into G by CD into SS minus 1 into D. Is it? In that equation you put the value of CD is equal to 0.4, you will get the equation that Vs equals 3.33 into G into SS minus 1 into D. That is the equation number 1, that is the equation A, which is the diameter is greater than 1 mm. So this equation is applicable when the diameter of the particle is greater than 1 mm and the turbulent flow condition prevails. The turbulent flow condition prevails, we took the CD as 0.4, is it? And this equation is applicable when the diameter of the particle is greater than 1 mm. Okay. Now coming to the second condition, that means the particle size is up to 0.1 mm only. That means the particle size is up to 0.1 mm and its specific gravity is 2.65. That means even though the size is very small, its specific gravity is 2.65 at temperature 20 degrees centigrade. And here the equation, it is given by the Stokes law. The Stokes law says that the FD, the drag force, is equal to 3 pi mu into Vs into D. So mu is the absolute viscosity, so 3 pi mu Vs into D, and equate the FD with our impelling force, that is rho s minus rho into G into V. V is the volume of the particle, is it? And when we equate that and simplify that equation, you will get Vs equals rho s minus rho divided by mu into G by 18 into D square. And this equation of settling velocity Vs is given for particle size up to 0.1 mm and specific gravity 2.65 and the temperature of the water is 20 degrees centigrade. Again, this is applicable to laminar flow condition. Now coming to the transition flow condition. The transition flow condition, and again the particle size, if it is greater than 1 mm, equation is Vs equals root of 3.33 into G into SS minus 1 into D, is it? And when the particle size is less than 0.1 mm or up to 0.1 mm, it is Vs equals rho s minus rho by mu into G by 18 into D squared. That is applicable. And when the particle size is between these two, that means between 0.1 mm to 1 mm. And the transition flow condition, that means earlier we have considered the turbulent flow and the laminar flow we have considered. Now the transition flow condition, and the particle size is between 0.1 to 1 mm. So in that case, the equation, the Hazen's equation for Newton's law. The law is given by Newton's law of motion, but the equation is given by Hazen's. The Hazen's equation, it is equal, Vs is given by Vs equals root of 4 by 3 into G by CD into SS minus 1 into D. So this equation, that is given by Hazen's equation, and it is applicable to particle size between 0.1 to 1 mm. Okay, remember that. It is for transition flow condition. Now again coming to the equation B. Equation B, that is for the laminar flow condition and particle size between 0.1 to 1 mm. Now here we know that mu, that is the absolute viscosity, is equal to nu into rho. Nu, that is the kinetic viscosity. The kinetic viscosity nu, it is what it is, kinetic viscosity of water, it is in meter square per second or mm square per second, okay, or centimeter square per second. So that is nu into rho, and put this value in equation B. Equation B is Vs equals rho s minus rho divided by nu. Instead of nu, you write mu into rho and simplify the equation. When you simplify the equation, you will be getting Vs equals 1 by 18 into SS minus 1 into SS minus 1 into G by nu into D squared. That is the equation you are getting. So that is in the equation B. This equation we are putting the value of, instead of mu, we are writing nu into rho, is it? And then we are getting the equation Vs equals 1 by 18 into SS minus 1 into G by nu into D squared. Now this in this particular equation, when nu or the kinetic viscosity of water is 1.31 centistokes at 10 degrees centigrade, that means the temperature of water is at 10 degrees centigrade, nu is given by, the value of nu is 1.31 centistokes, or centistokes is nothing but 1.31 mm squared per second, So then you put the value again in this equation, you will get Vs equals 418, that is 418 into SS minus 1 into D squared. In that case, what we have taken, the value of G we have taken as 9810 mm per second squared. So here, since it is mm squared per second, the G also we took it as 9810 mm per second squared. So then this equation is applicable, as I mentioned, when the temperature is 10 degrees centigrade. And if the temperature is not equal to 10 degrees centigrade, then the same equation we will be converting into, or we will be modifying into the other equation, that is Vs equals 418 into SS minus 1 into D squared, same equation. Then multiply that equation with another factor, that is 3t plus 70 by 100. Factor is 3t plus 70 by 100. T is nothing but the temperature in degrees centigrade. Then if it is, the temperature is given in Fahrenheit. Then it is 418 into SS minus 1 into D squared into T plus 10 by 60. The factor is T plus 10 by 60. The other case, 3t plus 70 by 100. The factor. Multiply always with that factor if the temperature is not equal to 10 degrees centigrade. So as I mentioned, this equation is B, applicable to 0.1 mm to 0.1 mm size, up to 0.1 mm size, and the special gravity is 2.65. Is it? The equation is up to special gravity up to 2.65 particles. Now, if it is for transition flow condition, so this equation again it is for laminar flow condition, is it? Here, if it is for transition flow condition, the equation, that means this equation, the same equation we can make use of. There is a small variation. It is Vs equals 418 into SS minus 1 into D. That means here it is d squared, and for transition flow condition the equation is 418 into SS minus 1 into d into, again if the temperature is not equal to 10 degree, you have to multiply with the factor 3T plus 70 by 100 if the temperature is in degree centigrade, and if it is in Fahrenheit, the equation is Vs equals 418 into SS minus 1 into d into T plus 10 by 60, T plus 10 by 60. So that is equal, that is equation, this equation is applicable to transition flow condition. The first equation, it is when it is d squared, it is applicable to laminar flow condition, is it? So these are the equations you have to learn. You have to remember all these equations when we are designing the sedimentation time, as well as when we are calculating the settling velocity of the particles in a particular sedimentation time, to know its efficiency, to know the working efficiency of that particular sedimentation time, we have to calculate the settling velocity of the particles. Okay, so you remember and learn these equations. Now we will in the next session we'll do the problems. Okay.